Testing 1 2. Testing. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. How you doing? Good to see you. Testing 1 2. Testing. 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 Good morning. This is always the fun part. Can you stop the music? Good morning. I'll say that again. Good morning. All right, that's a nice way of telling everybody to be quiet, right? Hey guys, I'm pretty excited to see humans in a room together. You know, we've had a few small events at the office. That might be a little loud. No, that's all in your imagination. There was music going on. We were playing the Remax Summer Breeze playlist on Spotify. So it's kind of cool. A lot of references to houses and buying and stuff in some of the music. So here we are, July. Everybody have a good 4th of July? Yeah, good times. Nothing burned down in Phoenix from fireworks? The House of Mesa did, okay. Yeah, this state's been under fire for what, about 30, 40 days? You know, it just continues. So it's, you got to be careful. All right, so I'm going to go through a lot of stuff that flew in from California. Where you getting, San Diego these days? Yeah, San Diego. Do I need the clicker? Yes. There we go. I'm out of touch from doing a live meeting. All right. Danielle Martinez, will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty for all. Thank you, Danielle. You have a nice little space around you. Thank you. So Cindy's been walking around with her 50-50 raffle, so if you want to get involved, she left the room. Oh, there you are. Oh, and Veronica. All right, perfect. So if you want to get involved, how much money do we have so far? Not enough, huh? Okay. So again, it's 50-50. Put your money in. We save the money, and one of our agents needs some extra help. We'll send some money to a little fund to help them out. That's usually if somebody. No. This is not clicking. Probably needs a new battery. It's probably old. There's our pledge. Yeah. All right. I want to thank our sponsors: OneGuard, Valley, Muscular, Cutco, Advantage, and Arizona Imaging. All these guys have been with us for many years, and pretty much every single one of them on here. We're no. All right, Jimmy, spending some money. I also want to thank Title Alliance and Model Mortgage. Blake, did you have a couple shirts you want to give away? You did not bring the shirts. Okay. If you've done a deal with Model Mortgage lately, reach out to Blake. We'll give you a shirt. Not today, but. All right, so one of our newest agents, Tyrese, where you at? This young man is already killing it. And also the community was telling me that Anu's kind of helping him and kind of calling him once a week and keeping him on the straight and narrow. Will you stand up real quick? Tell us real quickly what you've done and how many days you've been a realtor.
I think I've been a realtor for a few months now. I kind of just hit the ground running, and one of my biggest problems is actually under contract this morning. I was in contact before sale by owner, and I wasn't able to list it, but I was able to get him to sign a
5,000.
Yeah, $5,000 to find a buyer. Ended up finding an investor for her.
Thank you. So again, this guy's door knocking and doing open houses. Okay, calling out for sale by owners, all the basics. He also told me that this lady has another property that he's trying to get listed. She's an investor. She needs to do a 1031 exchange on that investment. He's hoping to help her, and she's already kind of told him about his daughter wanting to buy or sell a house. Yeah, so again, that relationship. So just out there hustling. So good for you, man. I'm proud of you. And how old are you? 21. All right. All right, James. Did I see James in here? No. So anyway, James is celebrating 10 years with Remax. And funny story about the Lombardis. James started on Frank's team, and his wife left Pulte Homes to start on Shelby's team. And they were on two separate teams for the longest time. We got trained very well before they merged and started their own team. So Becky Boggs is not here, but she's been with us 15 years. And she wears that cute hat every day, or a cute hat every day. Donna, whoops. There you go, Donna. All right. 15 years with Remax, huh? That's a long time. You've been having a lot of fun. I follow you on Facebook. You're like everywhere. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Congratulations. Where am I pointing? Okay. Erin, 15 years with Remax. Just like Donna. Donna started her career and still has her license in, is it New Jersey? New York? And Erin, I believe, started her real estate career in Washington State and moved it here. So it's really interesting to see. Roberta. Yeah. 20 years. Did you start with us or did you start with Ed? I'm trying to remember. Start with Ed, yeah. There you go. Yeah, listen to Toby. So anyway, thank you. 20 years, that's a long time. All right. Kudos. You guys keep getting great reviews. I'm not going to go through and read all these reviews. They're kind of hard to see. But this is through that peer-to-peer. So agents get an email every time you sell one of their listings or you have a cross-sell with them, and then they'll fill out. We get great ratings. Every once in a while we'll get a bad one, but it's really every once in a while. And so it's really good to see our peers constantly raving about us. So Brady, you're on there. Marion and Tim. I saw Tim the other day. He looks good. We never see Tim in our presence, but he's been with us, I think. Yeah, he's been with Remax for about 20 years as well. I saw him at Hayden and Mila's dance recital. Okay, this is a great chart that Mike puts together all the time, and it keeps showing productivity. He started doing this in the comparison for transactions per agent on a monthly basis. Since the pandemic started, he wanted to kind of monitor where we're going, and you can continue to see that we still close more transactions per agent than any other real estate company in town. We're at 1.4 transactions per agent. And then Remax altogether is just over 1. And then you can see where all the other competition is. So, I applaud you guys for continuing to be strong. So you guys have heard Remax and myself continually talk about the first app. The first app was just recognized as the Innovator Award by Franchise Update Media, whichever, I don't know who that is. But again, this particular software is probably the best piece of technology I've seen for you to keep in touch with your current and past clients, and it's very easy to use. Who's using first? Okay, hold on. Let me get this poll here real quick. Who's using first? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I challenge all of you to get on first today. They give you 60 days free. 60 days free. Try it.
So I want to give just a little plug after our class that we had on the 17th, and I shamefully, in front of all of you guys, logged in and realized how many contacts I hadn't done. Well, I reached out to one of them. His name's Tim. Sold Tim a house in Cave Creek for $700,000. He's a 3-star. Sent him a text. Hey, Tim, how are you doing? Just thinking about you guys. Within minutes, I get a text back from Tim. Hey, Sarah, good to hear from you. How's the real estate market in Arizona? We have a call set up this week after they get back from vacation. It's now an $800,000, maybe $900,000, and all from sending a quick text right from First. I didn't even have to log out of anywhere. Right from it, it tracks it. It sets the follow up for me, so now I get a reminder. I don't know about you, but $800,000 listing, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I think First just paid for itself if I get that listing.
Well, it paid for it for the rest of your life, actually. And it's about $1.25 a day or something. Really cheap, right? But check it out. All right, we have a coach's corner coming up. This is it's a drive. I mapped it and I complained about it, but bottom line, it's in Mason, and so it's 47 miles from the surprise office. That's our furthest point on the west side, and it's 45 miles from my house. But I'm gonna go, and the cool part about it is Nick Bailey, president of Remax International, will be there. He'll be speaking for about 45 minutes, and then the other speaker is a gentleman that's been in the Remax system for a long time. I believe he used to be a broker owner, an agent, then he's gone off into the training and coaching part of it. And that guy's name is Wayne Frederick. So it's next Thursday. Yep, next Thursday, 9 a.m. There is a cost to the event. It is $25. They did have the first 50 people sign up for free. There's room for 350 people. It'll be a great event. If you bring another agent from outside the office, they'll comp both of you. If you got somebody, Chris, you can go with me. Somebody else take Chris. I've already paid for my ticket. So go ahead and sign up for that class. Again, it's next Thursday. How do they do it? You've probably gotten a few emails on this. I'm going to send it out again in tomorrow's monthly or weekly email. Yeah. Okay. So again, it's a great opportunity to mingle with agents from around the state. Okay, another save the date. Frank, where are you at? Mr. Russo. 20 years ago, Frank and I had a wild idea to start a Remax franchise. And our first meeting that we ever had, you were there, Shannon was there, Frank was there, and Steve was there, yeah. And so we went to Mimi's Cafe, and it was the first time that we were meeting as an office, really two teams, because that's who the office was going to be. And we were telling our teams, okay, this is the financial structure, this is what we were going to do, and it happened to be on September 11th. And everybody was. I couldn't understand why the waitress was crying when she was serving us, because I didn't know. I got there real early in the morning, 6 a.m. for another meeting, went into our meeting, and history is, has gone by. But we're going to have a party, okay? We basically have Rick's band. If you never got to hear Throwing Fits play live, and we're going to have some, I don't know, maybe Blake might DJ with us. You'll be on your honeymoon. What? Didn't I go to the wedding last year? That was a fun wedding, man. That was actually one of the funnest weddings I've ever been to. So you won't play then. So, okay, cool. So we're going to have Rick's band playing. And we have a venue. We have a couple of venues. We were going to do it way out in Buckeye, but I don't think they're going to be ready for us. And that was out at Hidden Lake, which is a really cool venue. But they're doing a remodel out there. So do we have a spot yet? Working on it. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So anyway, save the date, September 11th, Saturday. Okay, Sarah.
Just a quick reminder that we have momentum classes every Tuesday. How many of you guys have taken a momentum class? I know Tyrese has, Lynette has, all good stuff. There's a couple new classes that are on the agenda. One was on Tuesday, which was on phone prospecting. None of you guys showed up. Well, one person showed up on Zoom.
You have to change the title.
So it's a fantastic class, right? How many of you hate phone? You picking up the phone and talking on it, right? Well, this class is amazing. So we have every Tuesday at 9 a.m. I am trying to be back in person. So if you guys want to come to the Arrowhead North office, I will be there Tuesday, 9 a.m. At some point, I'm probably going to kill Zoom so that y'all will come into the office and come be with me because it takes a lot out of me as your instructor to ramp up and get going on video. I am much better in person. So please, I'm begging you, come back to class. Thursdays, of course, we have our rotating stuff. Next week, I don't remember what we have on the schedule next week. And then we've got Shannon at the end of the month in surprise in person. Breakfast is being sponsored, right? So at the very least, come get a hot meal, right? And enjoy our vendors. So, and then I think we got the next month is coming up too. So, all right, that's all I have. So you guys reach out if you need anything. If you got any great ideas on class topics, let me know. We do have a free CE class coming up in August that I'll be getting out to you guys too. So, which is going to be here at WeSERV. So yeah, if you have anything you need, let me know.
You know, just look at this schedule, guys. Thank you, Sarah. Look at this schedule. I mean, there's a lot of information for you guys to get. We're taking pictures. What's the URL so people can just get this put on their?
Just go to our company Facebook page and go to the events. You can subscribe to that. And every time I create a new class, you'll get a notification. You can also go to our Join Remax professionalsaz.com. There's a calendar in there. It's a Google Calendar. You can subscribe to that as well, and it will automatically populate into your Google Calendar if you do that. That's what you do, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's so easy, guys. Have that calendar pushed to you, the information, so you know way ahead of time what classes are coming up. Shannon.
We're going to share a mic set. We're doing the clear cooperation and coming soon listings, but I've had a lot of requests for either a sky slope forms or transaction desk class, so we're working on that. So those are coming. Just know, because of that message I put out about zip forms for the end of the year, I've had a few requests for that, so they're coming.
Cool.
Yeah, we had a request for an appraisal class, so I'm working with Jay Josephs to get him in September. Unfortunately, he's not available until then, so he was really amazing last time he presented for us. So,
all right, excellent. Okay, CMN. Sherry, you want to talk about this?
Sure. So, those of you who are new to Remax Professionals, we participate with the Children's Miracle Network. That's one of our corporate sponsorships from Remax headquarters. Have we been partnering with them for at least since the beginning, right?
29 years.
29 years. So we kind of geek out about it around here at Remax Professionals. We've donated how much? What was the number?
We're over $500,000.
Over $500,000 in 20 years. Our brokerage has raised for our local PCH. So last year we had to rally, right? Because we couldn't have any in-person events. We still managed to raise $22,000 despite the pandemic. And as you guys know, I mean, they couldn't even take toys to the hospital last year because of the pandemic. So they need our support, and it's pretty cool that we're going to have a location right here in Glendale. So Nate and I kind of like to think that our $500,000 helped contribute to the fact that they get to build that building here that we'll be able to serve the kids on the west side. So that's super exciting. I personally, both my nephews have been treated at PCH. I think, we've had some amazing stories from some of our people who have been touched by Children's Miracle Network and our local hospital. So the fun continues. A couple years ago, we decided to have a local, right? Remax always has your, the big sponsors, right? They have the Miracle Children, but those are on a national level. And I'm sure some of you have seen those, right? You get to meet them at R4. So we decided to take that idea and then go local with it and come up with our own Miracle Child. So this year is Yuria. I'm not going to tell you her story because I want you all to come next month and hear. She's going to be here at the August meeting. She'll also be participating in our live auction. She has a really amazing story. This little girl is a true fighter, and she represents why we do this. And so we have set a goal to raise $25,000 this year. So I dropped out some information for you guys on how you can participate. I know some of you have done your own penny drives and different things that you've done. We really would love to get back in person and have some fun this year. We'll do things a little bit different. Each office is going to host an event, but we're not going to do it at all offices. So you'll need to pay attention to the dates. It's just going to be one office. So Avondale, Steve Padilla has graciously agreed to host their very favorite right left center. Is that what it's called? The game,
yeah.
Right left center, which they're super. Oh, left right center. Sorry, I knew I was messing that up. They're super competitive out there. Monique, you've been, right? Super fun out there. Steve has graciously decided to host that. There'll be tacos and margaritas, is my understanding, or just tacos. A taco bar. So that's actually going to be on August 3rd. So that's going to kick off the month of miracles. So you guys are welcome to participate at any office that you want to. Pay attention. We're still working out some details on those other ones. August 27th is the date you want to save. That is going to be at the Lola. That's going to be our live auction. The last time we did it, we raised close to $10,000 in like an hour. So we are looking for donation items. Most of our vendors have agreed to participate like they always do, which is awesome, and we love them for that. you guys know anybody else that would be willing to donate something, I would love to see something huge, right? Something that would be a really good draw that you guys can then invite your clients, right? Invite your family to come participate. This isn't just about us in Remax Professionals. So we want to open that up so that we can get other people involved. So
And I think it'd be great. Bring your top 50. If we brought their top 50 clients to our party, we'd have one hell of a party.
sure.
There'd be a line coming out the door, but
Yeah, and the Lola has also graciously donated the food, the space for us. So, oh, and the other thing we need is a live auctioneer. Lisa Bray's son is not available this year, so if any of you guys know somebody who's a live auctioneer, please reach out to me or Kim. We need somebody for that date to help us. I talk fast, but that's definitely not my thing. So, so we need ways that you guys can help do your own fundraising, participate in the events. If you know anybody with a business, I know a lot of businesses have kind of been tapped, so we're hitting some roadblocks with that, but a signed autograph, something fun, a hotel stay, some movie or concert tickets, any of that stuff that we can, that will drive good value. And, if you guys get a few cocktails in you and you like to have some fun with your paddles. So, so I think it's going to be a great time. So Nate, you got anything else you want to add to that?
I'm going to be donating Cardinal tickets again this year, as I always do. And I'm also going to have 4 seats for the Phoenix Suns, lower level.
Nice.
So,
Awesome.
hey, how about them Suns, huh? 28 years ago, man, I was there, right? I went to every game that year, to the playoffs, right to the finals. So, and I think I cried on the way out of that game 6. Probably, I might have been. I was on everything back then. Cool. So, field services, we're not going to talk about it. You know about it. It's working. Click. And transaction coordinating, that's working. And I want to get to Shannon. There we go. So Shannon continues to take care of us. She's got to be the best broker this side of the Mississippi.
Mic'd up. I feel very official. I'm still old school with my pad and my pen here, you guys. So just want to mention reminders, a couple quick things, some calls that I'm getting. I feel really loud. Multiple offers. We've talked about them all year, but the call I'm getting now are the buyers that lost out, who are looking online and seeing that maybe that closed sold price was less than they offered, and asking and wanting the documentation of why and all of that. So be careful with your conversations with other agents, because those buyers agents are telling their buyers, I'll give you the example we just had. Buyer calls me, he says, your agent told my agent that I had to be above X price in order to even be considered. And I wasn't willing to go that high, so I bowed out, and now I see a sold price of $35,000 less than that. And I would have bought it for that. And so you can understand where their perspective. Now, I explained to him in this case there were a lot of different factors. Decisions changed as the offers were presented. There were repairs. There was other things that were factors in there. But having to go through all that, my recommendation is, if a seller is making a decision on something that's less than just price, even though we all know there's other terms that might be more important to them, close dates, warranties, HOA, all these other things that go in there, document their reasoning and put it in writing back to them. Hey, you chose this offer over others because, and document that and have them confirm it so you have that for later, because it's going to be really important. I'm getting that call pretty regularly right now. So be careful with that. And your rejections, make sure you please get the seller to sign those rejections and turn those in, put them in your SkySlope file on the listing side. We have to have those documented. The other one, and we've talked about this a million times, are names and title. A lot of LLCs, a lot of trusts, a lot of things happening there. And we have run into, I know you guys get frustrated because we're flagging files when we're not sure where you're getting a name or who has signed because it's different from the name, that sort of thing. A lot of, I'm going to say, potentially carelessness on that in terms of documenting who's who and what, making sure those names are accurate on your contract documents. And we're running into challenges with title, not being able to title insure certain ones, or confusion, or having the wrong names on things, who's signing, that kind of stuff. Please be careful with that. If there's even a question when you're taking a listing, get some title advice up front ask them what they'll need to document if those don't match tax records, or you see a deed in the tax records, and if nobody knows how to pull that from tax records, please come see me and I'll show you how to double check names and deeds and those kind of things, and we'll kind of walk through that. But just please be careful with that, because it is causing issues. And once you're in escrow and now you don't have the right people signing, you can imagine the mess that creates if you're on the listing side. So just be careful with that. Those are my 2 tidbits for the moment, and I hope you guys have a great. I'm so excited to be here in person, by the way. This is so awesome. So I just have to say that too. Thank you, guys. Oh, question. Yes. At the moment, it doesn't. So the Department of Justice, if you guys were aware, they had settled with NAR on their settlement agreement, and that was what we were talking about, how cooperation was going to become public in MLS. So cooperating commission would be a public. It would go out on the IDX feeds like some other MLSs. There's a lot of pieces to it. Clear cooperation, all kind of pieces of this. The DOJ pulled out of that agreement, and it remains to be seen how that's going to play out longer term. All of it was going to be, they were saying 60 to 90 days before we would have maybe some new rules in place, but now obviously I think that's off the table, and we'll just have to wait to see if there's going to be other new rules or more to that. So
when you said they pulled out, so that they had an agreement and then they backed out of it?
yes, they, the way I read it, I've read a couple articles, is they wanted to have a more broad oversight. Yes, thank you. Yeah, so we'll see how that plays out. It'll be a long-term thing, but we'll keep following it and keep you guys posted as changes happen and policies change and rules change for us. So
Excellent. Thank you, Shannon.
buyer broker agreements are going to be huge, so I'm just going to say that right now.
Get them.
Get them, please. Thanks, you guys.
All right, so we got our speaker. I got to tell you, I met David Collins, God, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago, whatever it's been. And we brought him in, and both Glenda Raywald and I have been using the product ever since. And it's been great. And I'm really excited about a more economical way to move forward with a lot less stress. So Alvin's here. He's been here before. What he'll do for you, and correct me if I'm wrong, all right, I don't want to overpromise, but he'll sit down with you over the phone or Zoom call and help you analyze the market. And he's done that for several agents, where he'll find a farm area. You tell him a farm area, these are the parameters, what we're looking for, and he'll go through and do all the analyst and give you a proposal on what he thinks that will happen with that neighborhood. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Alvin, come on.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Nate. Can you guys hear me okay? All right. Yeah, the clicker. Actually, I have a mic for this. Yeah. All right, let me, perfect. So how many of you guys have heard of us before? Beautiful. So as Nate said, yeah, I was thinking back, honestly, I think it's been about 8 or 9 years that I was here, and David was actually presenting. So I've come a long ways in the last 8 years. So anyways, just excited to be here. This is my second presentation this year so far. So you guys, again, are my second. The first one was RE/MAX Professionals in Denver. So I'm keeping it consistent with the professionals. All right. So what I'm going to talk about today is, the first question is, do you guys feel like you got your fair share of listings in 2021? Right? And pause. That one? All right. Let's see. Sorry, guys. So today we're going to discover how to get more sellers to list with you. That's what I want to talk about today, is how to get you guys more listings. Buyers are, we don't really focus on buyers so much. I mean, obviously, the more listings you get, the more buyers that you'll get off of those listings as well. So how do you get listings? So how are you guys getting listings right now in this market? And for that matter, any market? What do you do to get listings right now? Any of you? Sphere? Referrals, right? Do any of you currently farm right now? Nate does. Perfect. All right. So what I'm going to talk about today are these 3 things: websites, direct mail, and social media. All right. So I'm sure that all of you are using one of those, if not all of those methods to market yourself, correct? Perfect. All right. So thinking about marketing that your clients see every day. So just think about this. So your current client, let's say that they're a general manager at a car dealership, right? They're going to work in the morning, they're driving down the freeway, they see billboards, shopping malls. You know, think about the type of marketing that they're seeing every day when they're out there. And the example that I like to use is going into, I'm just going to use a Chevrolet dealership. I'm not going to use Mercedes. I'm not going to use BMW. I'm just going to use an average everyday car, right? So you go into a Chevrolet dealership, you pick out their least expensive car, which is a Chevy Cruze. It ranges anywhere from $18,000 probably to $25,000, and get a brochure on a Chevy Cruze. That brochure is professionally shot. It's usually 16 to 24 pages. It's high gloss. The car's, you know, in sunset backgrounds, cityscapes and whatnot. So where I'm going with this is that, you know, just really think about the type of marketing that you're doing when you do take a listing, right? I know you guys don't do this, but I have been on listing appointments. I actually went to one that was $1.8 million in La Jolla, which is in San Diego, California, which won 8-0 in La Jolla. But I remember walking in, and the agent did just recently list the house, so she didn't really have a lot of material available. But the worst thing she could have ever done was she had an MLS printout of that property in the brochure rack. You know, and I'm thinking, does the homeowner know that you have an MLS? This is how you're marketing their home, right? So again, just really think about how you're marketing the homes when you take listings. Who are you guys currently marketing to right now? Right? So I like to ask that question because you should be marketing to your farm and to your sphere of influence. Those are probably the two most important people that you should be marketing to. What I'm going to talk about today in the first part is how to become the neighborhood expert, all right? How to become the one that the seller goes to when they're ready to sell and list their home. So you guys all have one of these in front of you. This is what we call an automated market report. Now, I'm going to touch on this a little bit more later, but when we were here the last time, we only had one market report, and we have like 2 or 3 different types of market reports now. So today I'm going to focus on what we're calling the automated market report, all right? So what I like to point out is when you guys look at this market report, you'll notice that we have the front cover that has the name of the community on it, right? And then we also have a picture or pictures that represent the community. So when the homeowner gets this piece in the mail, they see those pictures and recognize it as where they live. So the picture could literally be a rock, right? As long as it's something that represents that community. So when the homeowner gets it in the mail, they recognize it as where they live. And then also each piece is personalized with the homeowner's name. I'm trying to get them to change this on the examples because I hate how it says prepared especially for homeowner name here. That would actually say prepared especially for Alvin and Sherry Newton. So it's personalized, all right? Very important. The inside left page is where your contact information goes. That's where we put your information. And then right below that's the neighborhood activity. So the active, pending, and sold data we put there, depending on your MLS rules, right? Because every MLS is different from city to state. They're all different. So we do follow MLS rules. As you'll notice on this one, we do show some actives, we show some solds, but then in the pending, we have a call to action that says there are 19 homes currently pending. For more information, call, right? So we have a nice call to action there. And then on the inside right, notice the Google map. So the Google map is of the community, the active, pending, and sold properties with colored pins. And then we also have, you know, Tremonto at a glance. We have homes recently sold, so we have some nice stats there that pop, right? This is all information that the seller wants to see. They don't want to see how to make a cherry pie in 10 minutes, right? So this is all real estate related information in their community, okay? Now, I want to go back. So notice at the top we have the website right there as well. So with the websites, we have 2 different types of websites. With the automated market report, what you're looking at right now, it automatically comes with this bottom one right here, which is what we call a home assessment landing page. I know you guys, that's kind of old news now. I mean, you know, that's been going on for the last, 10 probably plus years, you know, get the current value of your home. But the good thing about this is it's a place to take them where they still have consistency in the brand. So they go to a landing page. If they want to, they can put in their name, their email, their address. They hit submit. When they hit submit, that comes to you guys as a lead. So it doesn't generate an automated CMA. For example, like a Zillow's estimate, because we all know those are always 100% correct, right? Yeah. So we leave that up to you guys to follow up with them how you choose. But it's just another way to get that lead and keep them engaged. So they're going from something that's tangible that they can touch and hold on to now going to a website, right? The top one is a full-blown what we call community website. So that website also has a home assessment value page inside of it, but more than that, it has area information. It talks about the schools. It shows restaurants in the area. And most importantly, if that homeowner is thinking about selling their home and they want to look at a home to buy, now they can do it right from this community website because they do feature an IDX on the community website, okay? So the landing page, this one is free. It comes with the automated market report. This one starts at $65 a month. So that includes a full-blown IDX and everything. It does go up to $125 with like some added features. In all honesty, I'm not here to sell you guys the websites. I think if you wanted the website and you wanted a community one, the $65 one is more than enough, in my opinion. Okay, that's just me. It depends on what you want. All right. So now, QR codes. Are you guys familiar with QR codes? Right. So ever since COVID, that's kind of been a thing, right? And it's become a lot easier because I remember back in the day with QR codes, you had to download a QR code app. So it was like a pain in the butt. Now you literally just hover your phone over the QR code and you just hit the button and it takes you right to the website. So that's one of the things that some of our clients are starting to do. And I really was like, wow, I really like this idea, right? Because if I'm a homeowner and I'm going to a box, 99.9% of the time, I'm going to have my phone with me. Shoot, most of you probably have it with you in your bed too, right? I mean, it's always with us, right? So you go out, you open up this market report. Now you scan this QR code, which can take you to the website, right? So it's huge because it seems like a lot of us are doing everything with our phones right now. So it's just another great tool to keep them engaged in the piece longer and learn more about you. That's the whole idea with direct mail, is keeping the seller engaged with you. Okay, so the back page, we have charts and graphs on the back, and then we also have a call to action as well. I can't remember what call to action. So I would say Alvin and Sherry Newton, life is moving at a different pace and so on. So again, we have another call to action there. So throughout the market report, there's 2 to 3 different calls to action on the piece, okay? All right, so again, this is the automated market report. The nice thing about this piece is, as Nate said, what we do as a company is we can help you make sure that the area that you're looking at is a good area to be in. What I do want to say and point out to you guys, though, and this is very important, that when you're looking at farming an area, just don't come up and say, hey, I want to farm an area. You tell me which is the best place. It's not that we can't do that. It's just that, you guys, this is farming. You should have a passion for your neighborhood because farming is a long-term commitment. Farming is not something that you just try out to see if it works, right? This is something that you should be committing to. So you should really, whether you're with us or not, honestly, I mean, whether you're with us or not, farming is a long-term investment. And what we can do, if you have 2 or 3 different neighborhoods you're interested in, then we'll go in, we'll look at the data. We always want to make sure that there's a decent turnover. And David, the owner of our company, is really big on turnover, and him and I always argue about that because I'm not. Because here's the thing, guys, if the turnover is 8% this year and it falls to 2% next year, does that mean you quit marketing that neighborhood? Absolutely not, right? It's long term. It's always going to go up and down, right? I think the most important thing to look at is to make sure that there are sales in the community. We could look back, I mean, get a 5-year average. That might be the best way, just to make sure that there's sales going on. But probably more important than anything else is we want to make sure that there's no dominant agent already in the community. So in other words, we want to make sure that nobody has 20, 30, 40% market share of the community. And it's not that you can't be successful in that area. It's just going to take you a lot longer if somebody else already has that kind of hold on the community. All right. Custom market report options, I'm going to go really quick on this part. So again, automated, the difference between the custom market report and the automated market report is that this one is like a set it and forget it, like the Ronco thing, right? Like once you set it up, we go in, we update the data, we update the Google map, we update charts and graphs, we literally just print it and mail it. You get an email from us every month letting you know here's the piece that went out. The custom piece, you have to actually work with the designer on it every month. And here's the big difference. The custom piece allows you to add any properties that you've listed or sold to the piece or any custom messages that you want to add to the piece. All right, so it is a little bit more in cost, and I will go over that with you guys at the end. So again, unless you're already in a farm and you have success in a farm and you're one of those agents who always are carrying, 5, 10 listings at a time, the custom piece may be for you. But if not, and you don't want to have to worry about doing anything after the automated piece is set up, then that's definitely the piece to use. I have clients that have been with me I've been with the company 10 years, so 10 plus years that have switched from the custom to the automated because it allows them to do about 200 more homes a month for the same amount of money as what they were paying for the custom market report, right? Because again, larger the fish net, the more opportunity, right? All right. Okay, so client success. And the reason why I use Jim Garcia, he's with RE/MAX Professionals in Colorado. The reason why I used him is because he's a newer agent with us. He's literally only been with us a little over a year. And as you can see, in 2019, he had 23 total transactions. This is before he started using us, by the way. So 23 transactions, 14 listings, 9 buyers, 12.7 million in total sales volume. And then 2020 was his first year with us. And here's the thing that blew me away about Jim. He called me in the middle of a shutdown. Nobody's doing anything. We're all stressing. We're like, oh, no, nobody's doing anything. The agents aren't marketing. They're calling us because they want to go on hold or whatever that may be because everybody doesn't know what's happening. Jim calls me and he said, Alvin, I've been saving some money up. And he's like, this is the time that I want to start because I know everybody else is canceling and not doing it. So his mindset was that I'm going to start marketing now. So when the market shifts, I'm going to be in front of those sellers and they're going to hands down give me a call, right? He called me and did like 1,400 homes in the middle of COVID during the shutdown, okay? And so that was his whole story. And you can see in the first year, 29 total transactions. So he went up, quite a few from the year before using us, 19 listings. He had more listings, one more buyer, and his sales volume went up as well, right? And then 2021 so far, this is actually real information. We just pulled this info last week. So second year with us so far, 16 transactions, 9 listings, 3 buyers, and then you can see his ROI, 643%, okay? And then this is Lisa. I think most of you probably know Lisa. She's been with us for a long time. So, 1 year before real marketing, year 2, year 5, year 8. All right, so you guys can kind of see the progression there. There's one other agent that I don't have a slide for that I did just want to mention really quick is I have a client in San Diego. His name's Dan Conway, and he markets to a neighborhood called Pacific Highland Ranch. It has about 3,500 homes in it, that's how many homes he does. When he signed up with us, Dan already had 20% market share of the community. He's been with us 2 years. He now today has over 40% market share, and he's just killing it. But, there's things that he does as well as, just doing the market update. He does other things too. So that's very important, which I'm going to touch on next. So I just wanted to bring that up. I mean, if you guys are already successful on a farm and you do something like this, it's going to increase your market share even more, right? Because I don't know, I think if I was an agent, my goal would to want to have at least 50% market share of a neighborhood. That'd be my goal. That's just though. So the one thing that we do offer is exclusivity to one agent per farm. So once we sell a farm to one of you, it's exclusive to you. We will not sell it to anybody else. All right. So what I mean by that is we go in and draw a polygon around the area that you want to farm. That's where we get the number count from, and that's where we pull our addresses from, and that's what you have exclusivity to. So I know in some areas we go to, there isn't technically like what we call cookie cutter neighborhoods. It might be an area. That's okay too. We just draw a polygon around that area. We call it a name that makes sense to the homeowner that's getting the piece in the mail, and then we mail it to them, right? Okay, whew. So how to win the listing with the seller. So now that you guys have been mailing this market report into your neighborhood, it's been a couple of months and you have your listing appointment, right? This is what I want to talk about now. So now how do we close the listing? And I'm sure all of you guys are amazing at closing your listings, but these are just some tools that'll help you, all right? And show your professionalism. So this is what we call a pre-listing book. So the whole idea with the pre-listing book, so it looks like this. We have a couple of these that we can show you guys at the end if you want to take a look at them. What this is a piece that we put together for you. So it has your branding in it, obviously, your team or your branding. It talks about you. It talks about RE/MAX professionals. It talks about the type of marketing that you guys do. It shows any properties that your history of sales, I guess is what I should say. We put that together for you, and the whole idea is to drop this off a day or two before you go on the listing appointment. So then that way the homeowner can find out more about you. Now, do any of you guys still, I had the word and I just lost it. Do you guys still like go look at homes before you actually go on the listing appointment? I can't think of the word. Yeah, preview. Do you guys still do, does anybody still do that? No? So if you don't do, I mean, that'd be the ideal situation. If you don't do that, you could always FedEx this to them, or I do have some agents that actually put it together as part of their listing presentation. So when they do go on the listing appointment, they sit down with the client and they go through everything with them. Okay, so that's a nice little tool to have. 100%. Everything we do is 100% custom. Is what we do is if you order that, it goes to our custom design department, and what they'll do is send you like 3 or 4 different examples of the piece, because they do charge by hour because it's custom. So the whole idea is for you to look at the ones we've already created and go, oh, I like this page, I like that page, kind of have an idea of what you want changed ahead of time. Then that way it takes a lot less hours. I mean, I have one agent, seriously, I think she's on month number 3 from the time we started with her, because she just like can't decide what she wants to do, and that's okay. But again, the more prepared you are, the quicker the process goes through, for sure on that. Oh my God, so I know we're kind of jumping ahead a little bit because I can't really talk about everything that we do in the short time that I have, but if you create this, we also have a digital issue book version of it. So you email them the link, they click on it, and it opens up on the screen. So we have, well, yep. All right, so listing marketing package. This is a great package. So now you're on the listing appointment, you take something like this with you, and you sit down with the seller and you open this up and you throw out all these property brochures and postcards, and you let the seller know, here's an example of all the different types of marketing that I do when I list a home, right? So it's very powerful, and it's what this package is. I don't want to say it's generic because nothing we do is generic. However, the images on the front will be images that kind of fit all Arizona homes, but the branding on the back will have your branding on it and RE/MAX's branding on it. Okay, because again, the idea is to lay this out and tell the seller, this is an example of the type of marketing that I do for all of my clients. What you get in the package, this one has more in it than what you actually get, but what you get 6 different types of property brochures. You get 3 different types of postcards. And probably the coolest thing is you get 25 of these trifold personal brochures. So I like to call this a business card on steroids, right? Is what this is. So this is like a nice little leave behind for the serious buyer and seller, or seller, I'm sorry. So that is the listing marketing package. Okay, so now that you guys have the listing, they sign the contract, they're ready to rock and roll. How do you guys market your listing? Anybody? All right. So here's the most common answer I get right now. Alvin, I just listed the property yesterday, and within 5 minutes it sold, or within 24 hours it sold. Okay, so I get that. Change your mindset. Change your mindset a little bit. Take advantage of the listing that you just have to get more listings. That's the whole idea. Who cares about getting a buyer from it? It's about getting more listings, right? So what I recommend is using a 4-page property brochure to mail into a neighborhood. So again, the market report shows your professionalism, shows that you're the neighborhood expert. The 4-page property brochure is now going to show that potential seller how you would market their home if they were to list with you. Okay, and you know, I have a client in Denver right now that just listed it was like an $800,000 home. She's doing a 4-page property brochure and mailing it to 900 homes, right? So that's powerful because again, it shows that potential seller how you would market their home if they were to list with you. And again, using QR codes on property brochures. So I know a lot of people probably right now aren't doing a lot of videos because they do sell so quick. But you know, if you property video, if you're doing a property website, having a QR code on the property brochure is awesome too, because now I can scan that QR code, I can go to the video, I could go to the property website. So I think that that's a huge deal. And, you know, what I've seen in the 10 years that I've been doing this, and I was an agent before, so I do know what you guys go through. I got my license in 2008. During the worst time you could possibly get it. So yeah, right. So I don't want to get into that. But you know, the one thing that I do see with most agents is if they do anything at all when they list a property, they'll do like a just listed postcard. That's great. That's something. But who else does postcards? Gardeners, dentists, right? Everybody does a postcard. So all that stuff kind of gets lost in the mail. That's why doing 4-page property brochures, or even something of this size. This is a 6x22. Even something like this, right? Anything that folds in half, they will look at least before they throw it away, right? They'll look at it. Okay, so really quick, you guys, marketing to your personal sphere. You guys have this Denver, Colorado piece in front of you. So we created this piece probably a little over a year and a half ago. And again, this is an automated piece as well. But here's the really cool thing about this piece is this is designed to mail to your sphere, your friends, your family, your past clients, right? And what we do is we put this together for you. Again, it's automated. As you can see in here, we have charts and graphs. We show how many homes were listed between 200 and 300,000, listed and sold, and so on and so on. And then we have the averages. We have a call to action that's personalized to your sphere. And then on the back of this one, I don't know if it's on that one, but on the back of this one, we have like a really cool message that we put on the piece. Or we can do upcoming events in your area. Here's the really cool thing about this piece is it's probably one of our least expensive mailing pieces that you can do. And the reason why is because we're allowing you guys to mail this to, it has to be at least 100 homes. The piece is $1 per piece plus postage. Postage on average is about 35 cents. So you're looking at like $150 to mail this to your sphere of influence every single month, and it's completely done for you. We update the data, we update everything, we print it, and we mail it. And yes. All right. We'll get to that. No, it's a great piece. We do have, for the automated piece, I believe we have Phoenix, Scottsdale, and there's one other area that we can actually do the automated for. If not, we're working on other areas in Arizona. But again, I know Phoenix and Scottsdale, and there's another name. I can't think of the name of it. It's in my notes. I can't see my notes. I apologize because that's. But yeah, we can make that work for you guys. We also do a custom sphere piece. But I mean, honestly, why? There's no need to. It's more expensive. It costs more to set up. So this is just, it's a perfect piece, right? It's a great way to get started in mailing something to your sphere of influence. $1 per piece. 35 cents. So with postage, it's, 100 homes is going to be a month. Yeah. Okay, so really quick, because we're not huge in the social media, but I have to talk about it because I know it's real and it's there, and I know a lot of you agents use it. So what I like to say, social media should really be about validating you as a real estate agent, right? Or validate your marketing more than anything. So what I mean by that is, first of all, let me ask you guys, how many of you have a Facebook business page? Perfect. All right. So, and how many of you have at least 300, 400, 500 people and up on that page? Okay. And out of those people, how many of them are other agents, title reps, and loan officers? You see where I'm going with this? So it's totally cool. Like, I agree. You should definitely have it because you need to be in that space. You need to be there. But more than anything, it's about validation. So if a homeowner's getting this piece in the mail and they notice you have a Facebook page, so maybe now they go to Facebook, they want to check you out. So now they go to Facebook and they might see like this, right? And that's cool because it's validating who you are and that you actually list homes and you actually sell homes. But one of the things that I like to point out with this, again, you guys, is you know, this is a post. This is not marketing. Marketing on Facebook means that you're spending money. It means that you're targeting an audience, that you're creating an ad. You have a house that you just listed here in Arizona, and you know that all of us Californians are selling our homes and moving here, right? You might want to target somebody in California. That would be advertising on Facebook. But this is a post. And I know that, you know, I've talked to a lot of agents, they get confused, like, oh yeah, I do Facebook marketing. And so I ask them to show me, and this is what they show me. And it's like, no, that's not marketing. That's just putting a post, right? But have fun with it, right? Have fun with it. How many of you guys, obviously, if you have a business page, you definitely have a personal page. That's a great place, especially when you send out the sphere of influence. That's a great place for those people to go to, right? Because in most of those people you probably have as friends on your Facebook page anyways, right? Because they're past clients, friends, and family. This is Brian in Pittsburgh. You know, he just has fun with his stuff. This is an Instagram post. He's got a lot of people. He's with Remax. Brian Tessier, I think is how you say his last name. But he just has a blast with his posts. So again, have fun with your stuff, right? Have fun with your listings and your posts. Make it a little more entertaining. So we're going to wrap this up here pretty soon. So the one thing that I like to say is that we are here, you guys, to keep you consistent with your brand and your marketing. Probably one of the worst things that to do is to have all this professional stuff be made for you, printed and mailed. And one day you take a listing and you're like, oh man, I need to get a postcard out really quick. So I'm going to call XYZ Postcards. They put together a postcard for you, and that postcard is red, white, and black. It looks nothing like the current marketing your clients have been getting. They're not even going to realize it's you, right? So again, it's about keeping you consistent with your brand and your marketing. And with that, I am done, and I thank you guys so much for me being here. Any questions? Yes. Second time? This year. Yes.
Thank you. I'm pretty impressed at some of the cost savings that they've come up with over the years. I've been doing the custom piece, and I'm sitting here thinking maybe I don't need the custom piece because I already have control of it. Now I can save money actually. So I will be changing a couple of my farm areas. I do basically 2 farm areas with this piece. I used to do a third one, and you have a question. That is 70 or no, that's 67th. I was going to go to the old one. Yeah, Yeah, the Glendale office. Where the broker sits, where your checks are cut, where Cindy sits, one of our most important persons. All right, 50-50 raffle, come on up.
We're going to give somebody 50 free 4-page property brochures for the next listing as well.
Okay, out of this one. Okay. What did you get? Did you get your card in for the drawing? Oh, you get up here. If you want your card in the drawing for 50 free property brochures. As far as the 50-50 raffle goes, and first off, let's thank Real Marketing for breakfast today. Thank you. And more importantly, the knowledge that they just shared. Okay, you guys ready? $72.50. That'll buy you a nice little lunch and a bunch of margaritas. 82192. All right. Mr. Beers. Where are we going? We're going to lunch, right? Nate Martinez. No. No. It is Richard. Come on up. We only have one Richard. Okay. Who likes coffee? Got a Starbucks gift card? Voss. Roberta Voss. Hey, it didn't cost anything to play, right? But your card. All right. Thank you, guys. Well, we're back.